Hi, I'm Rich Grabowski, and I'm running for U.S. Congress in the 3rd Congressional District. I'm an ordinary citizen who cares deeply about the uncertain economic and social path that Democrats running our state and federal government have chosen to lead us down. I'm stepping up to the plate for our state, our Southland communities, and our 3rd Congressional District at a time when we are in dire need of good, uncorrupted leadership here at home in Illinois and in Washington, D.C. I have not held a political office, an appointed position, or a pension government job. I am not from the politically connected class. I am from the real-world working class. I'm a material supervisor at a manufacturing company in the near western suburbs. A real private sector business, adding to the economy, creating mutually beneficial jobs for people to work when the economy is doing well. An ordinary person best represents the interests of ordinary people, and I'm one of us. I'm a common-sense, constitutional conservative with traditional family values. I'm pro-life, pro-family, pro-business, and pro-Second Amendment. I respect the God-given rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm concerned with preserving our freedoms, our traditional American way of life, defending the United States Constitution, lowering taxes, reducing spending, balancing the federal budget, protecting our USA borders, enforcing and toughening our existing immigration laws currently on the books, and having something left of our country to pass on to our future generations. Philosophically, socially, and fiscally, I choose to be a conservative Republican. As our congressman, I will be an outstanding advocate for the voice of the ordinary citizen, taxpayer, and business of our district in Washington, D.C. I will fight for common-sense legislation aimed at making government smaller, limited, and less intrusive in our lives, businesses, and communities, lowering taxes, welcoming and promoting new business development in our state again by strengthening and solidifying the conditions for economic growth, bringing real businesses and real jobs back to Illinois for good. I will not sell out we the people, the citizens, and the taxpayers. Mr. Madigan lives here in the 3rd Congressional District, this district. My opponent, should I make it to the general election, is his hand-picked congressman's son, Dan Lipinski. He is not going to let this district go down without a huge fight. Every bit of extra union dues money in his power will be poured into my opponent's campaign to keep control of his title, newly acquired land, and expanded district. We will need to build a fearless army of volunteers willing to stand and counter everything that their friends, cronies, labor leaders' apprentices, and lemmings in the public and private sector unions will be bringing our way. We will need people who can knock on doors, spread the word, plant yard signs, make phone calls to the campaign office, and raise a lot of funds. Very important to make this all happen. Can you commit to volunteering your time to being a big part of our campaign? Could you make a donation today to help fight the good fight and help put this campaign on the political radar? Could you talk to friends, families, neighbors, and coworkers about voting for me, the conservative Republican candidate, the #1 alternative to voting for the status quo, Chicago way, Madigan Democrat? Will you stand with us in the quest to take back our 3rd Congressional District, to remove more Democrats from power in 2012, and help fight to keep the Chicago Democratic machine from taking control of and advancing deeper into our far-reaching suburbs? I sincerely hope you can. Let's help good, fiscally and socially conservative Reagan Democrats to distance themselves from the mob-style, terrorist intimidation tactic, racist, crony socialist, liberal-leaning Madigan Democrats of the past 40 years. Their fiscal shenanigans, pay-to-play rackets for our services and benefits, deviant social waywardness, the Chicago way cultural corruption, the good old boy patronage network of cronyism and nepotism, all-out defiance, and governing against the will of we the American people, has nearly irreparably train-wrecked our country's economy, negligently derailed our American legal system, and politically plundered our personal freedoms, all on the dime of we the American people, the taxpayers, and legal U.S. citizens. They are the politically privileged 5% who have received guaranteed government patronage jobs with outrageous payback pensions. We are the 95%, the bent over and taken advantage of U.S. citizens, taxpayers, and future generations, who will have to pay for the failed entitlement mentality policies, social ruins, and corrupt mess. They should have been indicted for just thinking about it, not reelected. Let's send an ordinary, honest guy to Washington to be our citizen legislator, not a confessed fiscal liberal who hides behind one single social conservative issue, the righteous and respectable pro-life cause. Make no mistake, folks, he is a highly connected, crony socialist, status quo, Tennessee son of a congressman, second-generation Chicago machine, Madigan Democrat. To put this race in perspective, hi, I'm David, I'm running against Goliath, and I need to borrow your slingshot on election day. The question is, do you have the stones to help make this happen? The fate of our United States Constitution, the heart and soul of America, the spirit of our traditional American way of life, and the promise of our children's and our children's children's future freedoms will all depend on the level-headed, commonsensical, and coherent fiscal managing and policy-making leadership decisions that you will make for our future and for our future generations in the 2012 elections. Thank you.